Why do boiler inspectors repeatedly ask these questions about boilers during interviews? Discover the most frequently asked boiler inspector interview questions, evaluation criteria, answer strategies, and key competency areas. Essential preparation guide for boiler operators, attendants, and plant engineer candidates aiming to impress inspectors and secure boiler jobs in 2026. What is the first priority during a boiler emergency? Answer. The first priority during a boiler emergency is protecting human life and preventing further danger. Operators must immediately follow emergency shutdown, stop fuel supply, and activate alarms if necessary. If there is a risk of explosion, fire, steam leakage, or toxic gas release, the area should be evacuated quickly. After ensuring personnel safety, operators should assess pressure, temperature, and water level conditions carefully. Inspectors ask this question to evaluate emergency response knowledge and safety awareness, quick decision-making, proper communication, and following standard operating procedures are essential to minimize injuries, equipment damage, downtime, and operational losses during emergencies. Why is steam pressure controlled carefully in boilers? Answer. Steam pressure must be controlled carefully because both high and low pressure create operational problems. Excessive pressure increases stress on boiler components and raises the risk of leaks, equipment failure, or explosion. On the other hand, low pressure affects steam supply and reduces production efficiency. Pressure control systems maintain stable operation by regulating fuel supply and steam generation. Inspectors ask this question to test understanding of boiler balance and control systems. Proper pressure management improves efficiency, protects equipment, and ensures safe plant operation. Operators should continuously monitor pressure gauges and control systems during boiler operation for stable performance. What causes repeated boiler tube failure? Answer. Repeated boiler tube failure is usually caused by poor water treatment, overheating, corrosion, scale formation, thermal stress, or improper operation. Scale deposits reduce heat transfer and increase tube metal temperature, eventually weakening the tube material. Corrosion attacks the tube surface and reduces wall thickness. Over time, sudden temperature changes also create thermal stress that damages the tubes. Inspectors ask this question to evaluate troubleshooting skills and maintenance knowledge. A good operator should identify the root cause instead of replacing tubes repeatedly without investigation. Proper water chemistry, regular inspection, controlled operation, and preventive maintenance are necessary to reduce tube failure problems. Why is furnace purging necessary before boiler startup? Answer. Furnace purging is the process of removing unburned fuel gases from the furnace before ignition. Fresh air is circulated through the furnace using fans to clear any combustible mixture. If purging is skipped and ignition starts while fuel gas remains inside, a violent furnace explosion may occur. Inspectors ask this question because many boiler accidents happen due to improper startup procedures. Purging time depends on boiler design and safety standards. Proper purging ensures safe ignition, protects equipment, and prevents accidents. Every trained boiler operator must follow standard startup procedures carefully to maintain a safe working environment in the plant. Why should gauge glass be checked regularly? Answer. Gauge glass is used to indicate the actual water level inside the boiler drum. If the gauge glass becomes blocked, dirty, or damaged, it may show an incorrect reading. False water level indication is extremely dangerous because operators may think the water level is normal when the boiler is actually dry. This can lead to overheating and tube failure. Boiler inspectors ask this question to test practical operational awareness. Operators should regularly blow through and clean the gauge glass to ensure accurate readings. Maintaining a clear and functional gauge glass is a simple but very important part of boiler safety management. What happens if a safety valve does not operate properly? Answer: the safety valve is one of the most critical safety devices in a boiler. Its main function is to release excess steam pressure automatically when pressure exceeds safe operating limits. If the safety valve fails, pressure continues increasing inside the boiler shell. Excessive pressure can weaken the boiler structure and eventually cause a dangerous explosion. Inspectors frequently ask this question because operators must understand that safety valves protect both human life and equipment. Regular testing, calibration, and maintenance of safety valves are essential. A properly functioning safety valve prevents accidents, reduces operational risks, and ensures compliance with boiler safety regulations. Why is feed water treatment important in boilers? Answer: feed water treatment is important because untreated water contains minerals, oxygen, and impurities that can damage the boiler internally. Hard water causes scale formation, while dissolved oxygen causes corrosion inside boiler tubes and drums. Both conditions reduce heat transfer efficiency and increase fuel consumption. Severe corrosion may also weaken metal surfaces and create leakage problems. Water treatment removes harmful substances before water enters the boiler system. Inspectors ask this question to check whether operators understand the relationship between water quality and boiler safety. Good water treatment improves steam quality, prevents maintenance problems, extends equipment life, and ensures efficient operation. Why is boiler blowdown necessary every day? Answer: boiler blowdown is necessary to remove dissolved salts, sludge, mud, and impurities from boiler water. During steam generation, pure steam leaves the boiler while impurities remain inside. Over time, these impurities increase water concentration and create scale formation on boiler tubes. Scaling reduces heat transfer efficiency and causes overheating, fuel wastage, and tube damage. Daily blowdown helps maintain proper total dissolved solids (TDS) level and improves boiler efficiency. Inspectors often ask this question because many operators know the process but not the actual reason behind it. Proper blowdown practice increases boiler life and ensures safe, efficient operation. Why is flame failure dangerous in a boiler furnace? Answer: flame failure becomes dangerous because fuel may continue entering the furnace without proper combustion. Unburned fuel accumulates inside the furnace and mixes with air, creating an explosive atmosphere. If ignition suddenly occurs, a furnace explosion can happen within seconds. That is why operators must immediately stop fuel supply whenever flame failure occurs. Modern boilers use flame scanners and safety interlocks to detect flame loss automatically. Boiler inspectors often ask this question to test emergency response knowledge. A trained operator must understand that quick action during flame failure can prevent major accidents, equipment damage, injuries, and costly production shutdowns. What is the most dangerous condition in a boiler? Answer: the most dangerous condition in a boiler is low water level. When water level drops below safe limits, boiler tubes become exposed to direct furnace heat. Without water cooling, metal temperature rises rapidly, weakening the tubes and causing them to burst. This may result in a deadly boiler explosion. Many operators focus only on pressure, but inspectors often check whether you understand the importance of maintaining proper water level. Regular monitoring of gauge glass, alarms, and low water cutoff devices is extremely important for safe operation and accident prevention in any steam boiler system.
If this video helps to you, please like, share and comment the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe the channel for update new video notification. Till then, bye. Wait for our next video.